So let me get my charger.
Down there puffing. Wait till somebody come past.
She drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, we gonna correct something real fast, man. When I tell Moorish, sorry about that, we are our worst enemy. So I'm gonna teach real quick as I'm. Hey, ma.
Is there a remote for the TV down there?
It's down there.
Okay.
It's on the. It's on the. They're probably just sitting right down there somewhere. You can't miss it. Talking to my mom. So I'm going to do this real life. I want to clear something up. Somebody sent something to me, and I was like, wow. I told y'all, man, we are worst enemy. We are enemy. So a brother sent me something, okay? A more, you know, in real life. And he said, Sheik. He said, Sheik, I see why you're on the light for you can hear. So the more, matter of fact, I'm gonna go in my garage. Cause I don't know if you can see me. I'll just stand right here, in the tree. Cause I got a little light. I should have brought a chair. I should have brought a chair. But you see, I do this demonstration anywhere. That's why I get love. I told y'all, you can follow me all you want. But when I'm gone, I'm gone. You say you're more and you're not paying attention to the teachings and you're not giving gratitude because we don't want to study and learn. We want to assume. So, more send me something. And a lot of grown men be on social media, on YouTube, trying to learn more science. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong researching and studying and asking questions and all that good stuff. All that's good. But I'm about to clear something up real fast. And real easy and real simple. And if you like what we saying, there's nothing wrong with giving a small donation to what we love. But watch this. See, set my books up there. We should be sharing this. We should be sharing this. We should be sharing this. So, on social media, you got Moors arguing with each other. And so a Moor sent me something else, some Moors. I think they call themselves Canaanland Moors. And I use everything for scholarship and for study. And then it's another Moor, a brother that got a Moor name. And you can donate anywhere, not on social. It's Cash App $KG Bay. Cash App $KG Bay. You can donate anytime you want. Anytime you donate, I give you literature. A person that donate $5, I'll give you a piece of literature that'll open your eyes. When people come to my lectures, they get items, they get books, they get research, they get things that people be talking about that don't show the literature for you can be manufactured. And so the brother on there, and the brother jump on the I guess the noble is a sheik, and he's accusing the brother of being a fake Mason. He's accusing the brother. He's saying that Noble Drew Ali used Muslim and Noble Drew Ali was a Muslim and all this. And I say, listen, I try to tell Moors, we don't gravitate to one science where we miss the essence of the rest. That's the triple rows of the adapt chamber. Understanding all the religious rights. That's one. That's number one. But number two, when the brother said that Noble Drew Ali in a lot of his paper, he said Muslim, I get that. I'm going to show you how to navigate. I'm not Orthodox. I do things the Moorish way. See, these are the right questions a person asks, should respond to. And then the brother said, but you ain't read the Al Quran, Muhammad. You ain't read the Quran. And the sheikh, he said, I know I didn't. He said, this is what he said. I'm just using things for scholarship. He said, I'm a Moor. I don't read that. I don't read no Al Islam Quran or this, and the other. And that's where I disagree. Because a sheikh, as a scholar, you're supposed to read everything, and you're supposed to understand everything, and you're supposed to understand all the essence of every science to where you don't gravitate to one, to where you miss the essence of those sciences. So that's where I disagree when a person make a statement. All you got to do is listen to what a person say. They'll tell you. I don't even know how to do super chat. I'm gonna have my IT guy show me how to do super chat stuff. I don't know how to do that because I'm a temple in the school, so I'll figure it out. But the more said, "Oh, I ain't read that. I haven't read the Quran." He said it, and so I said, if you say something like that, that's just like a religious person to say, "Well, I read the Bible. I don't read nothing else." You limit it. If you haven't read the Quran, the Muhammad's Quran, the Al-Islam Quran, you are limited. Then that means you don't know. And the brother said he ain't even opened it up. He said he haven't read it. So if you haven't read the Quran, I don't care which one with the Q or the K, how can you have a conversation with an adapt? How can we have a conversation with a person that's an adapt and study all things, and you're supposed to study all crafts? You limit it. That's just like a religious person saying, all I read is the Bible. That don't even make sense. So if you say you are Moor, and we say we Moors and we study all the science, and you look at all our crafts and everything, and you say we study all the science to where we don't miss the essence of the rest, and then I ask a sheikh, what's the triple rule of the adapt chamber? You limit it. So if you say you only read the Quran, so you haven't read the Clock of Destiny, you haven't read nothing else. So all you read is the Moorish Quran to say, and I understand what the guest was saying. He was like, you on Noble Drew Ali nuts. No disrespect. No disrespect. How can you say you will follow the prophet? We study all sciences and all crafts to where we don't miss the essence of the rest. So for a sheikh, for a guide to say, oh, I don't read the Quran, because my prophet wrote a Moorish Quran, you limited. You can't be a scholar. You can't be a sheikh. You are limited because there's some things that I can talk over your head and you would be just basing things based on your own understanding. Stuff is too simple. A person to tell you their limitations. And so my response, if a brother was asking me, so you see Noble Drew Ali use Muslim, M-U-S-L-I-M, but you got to understand the words that he said Jesus as well. And so when you understand the simple solution is, yes, I'm a Moor, and I do things the Moorish way. I don't have a problem with a religious Muslim or a Christian brother. If they love what they doing, I love what I'm doing. But I do things the Moorish way. I have my own Moorish Salah. A lot of stuff is, if you read and study, you will know that a lot of things people saying is not in the text. In Moorish science and in the Moorish science temple, we teach our members, I teach to give praise to Allah a minimum of 3 times a day. As this is what I was taught coming up. I'm not Orthodox. I'm not religious. I'm a Moor. I do things the Moorish way. One may give praise to Allah in prayer anytime one feels the need. And if you feel the need to give that praise, do it right now. But I know people don't read. We teach our members to do so 3 times a day. Once when you get up, in the middle of your day, and once before you lay back down. See, this is the response if you study. Because I know Moors ain't read nothing. We just arguing with each other. And then here it is, 2 brothers that's Moors arguing with each other, and the sheikh can't break it down because you haven't studied enough. No disrespect. To say you haven't read the Quran, I read all holy books. The Zohar, the Kabbalah, everything to make sure I'm valuable. All the Gnostic texts, all the esoteric science to be valid. And some have tried to say this is not Orthodox. Once again, I'm not Orthodox. This is not Orthodox. We perform a Salah. See, more should be listening. A Rakat, a Sajah, a Dua, or anything else. And this is true. How Muslims in the Moorish Science Temple of America, how Muslims teach, because I'm a Muslim, we do things not the Orthodox way. We do them according to the Holy Quran, the Al-Quran of Mecca. And anyone that has a problem with that, it's their problem and not ours. See, these are the simple solutions you can give to a brother when they just on the Google, when they just Google University, when they just copy and pasting, and you got all these brothers mad at each other, arguing. I say the European agree with me. What I want to do here is to further your understanding, is to go through the Holy Quran of Mecca, the great Quran of Muhammad. The great Quran of Muhammad. These brothers be saying they Muslim and all this. I said, you ain't read Surah 8:15 and 87 and show you why we only do 3 minimum. Even though I don't have a problem with the more doing the 5 traditional, because traditional is not law, it's tradition. I don't have no problem with the more doing the traditional salawats or salats. You see them doing it in the East. That's your tradition. What's my tradition? My Moorish American prayer. I don't get on my knees. I do my salat standing up. Now, and you can look all on the internet, which a lot of these Moors do. They Google University or Wikipedia. And I'm not the final authority on anything Islam. I just teach my teachings, and I give the science from a Moorish perspective, from a scholarship perspective. I'm not here to argue with no Negro or no religious person. But an imam know exactly what I'm saying because I'm studying. I'm not reciting. But I want you to read this from their sites, and then you tell me what you see. Salah is prescribed at 5 periods of the day as part of tradition. However, the Quran only calls for 3, which are measured according to the movement of the sun. So all these religious people talk about, turn to the east. I don't have to turn to the east. I don't have to do nothing. Why? Because the closest place to find Allah is in the heart. I ain't got to do that. That's tradition. Or turn to the east. You turn to the east. I don't know why they argue with each other. They not reading. Thank you, C-Mac. I don't know. These brothers talk about, you a fake Mason, or calling that other guy on Instagram a fake Mason. Dude, they the fake Masons. All right, what are you talking about? We always give the credit to other people. I be breaking this stuff down all the time. We lost due to a lack of knowledge because we give our science to others. And the European agree with me. These are near dawn, the Fajr or the Fajr, F-A-J-R. Just after the sun noons, the Dhuhr, the D-H-U-H-R. In the afternoon, the Asr or the Asr. Just after the sunset, Maghrib. And around nightfall, the Isha. Under no circumstances, prayers can be shortened or combined according to the prescribed procedures. For real. And notice it says that the 5 daily salats or salawats are part of a tradition. I hope we know what tradition means, meaning they are not actual law. They are not actual fard. They are not actual halal. They do not have to be performed according to the Quran. I don't give a damn what Quran you talking about, the K or the Q. How you gonna say you a Moor, you a Sheikh, and you talk about you ain't read the Quran? Which Quran? All of them. I'm a walking Quran. I'm the walking testimony. I'm the walking Bible. I'm the walking holy tablets because I must study the holy tablets. I'm a walking dictionary. I'm a walking encyclopedia. I'm a walking black laws. I'm a walking Bavarian law dictionary. I'm a walking consular course. And I can speak with law to say you don't need nothing. What you need all this if it's good for edification. And notice it also mentions that only 3 periods of times are mentioned. And if you look, you will see nowhere in the Quran, I don't care which one, it does say you have to perform a ritual. In the Quran, does it say you have to perform a ritual of Qiyam, Ruku, Qiyam, Saji, Jalsa, the 5 or the 7 pillars as pillars? It's not found in the Quran. I don't care which one you get, the Quran with the Q, either. And all of this is tradition, not law, not fire. Challenge me on it. I ain't talking about no internet Moors. The salah of one Muslim may differ from another, mirror details, which can affect the precise actions and words involved. Differences arise because of different interpretations of the Islamic legal sources by the different mahidas, the schools of law, or the madhads, the madhads, the schools of law in Sunni Islam. Any different legal traditions within Shiism. And in this case of Salat, these differences are generally very minor. Everybody know I'm telling the truth. I'm not want to stay in that. Let me continue to set the atmosphere. The different performances of Salah varies from one Muslim group to another. Why? Because it's not in the Quran. Why do it vary? Because it's not in the Quran. If it's law, we do the same thing. I don't care what part of the world you are, because it ain't part of the Quran. It's only tradition. Can't get mad. And the most universally accepted tradition is called what? Orthodox. I just told you, I'm not Orthodox. I don't have a problem with that because I deal with my Tawhido. I deal with my Orthodox brothers. Only an adept can speak like I'm speaking because I can use your books to bridge the gaps. Can't be mad at me and we arguing with each other, making videos and Moors arguing with each other because you want to try to prove something wrong because we hate ourselves that much. But that doesn't make it right. Only the Quran can make it law, can make it fire, can make it halal. And notice it says Muslims believe that the Prophet Muhammad practiced, taught, etc. It does not say they have any actual records of this, which is why the Salah varies from one to another. See, this is very simple, and everybody know I'm telling the truth. Because they are putting different pieces together in order to create their own idea of a Salah tradition. And note it also says in the basic form of the Salah is not based on the Hadith or the Quran. So think on that. Really think on that. So what is the source of information? Because they will act like you must do it how they say, or you're going to hell. The number of regular salats mentioned by their respective names in Arabic in the Quran are 3 as follows. Y'all know it. Salat Farj, S-A-L-A-T, F-A-J-R. That's the dawn prayer. Surah 24 and 58. Salat al-Wusta, which is your middle prayer. Surah 2, 238. Surah 17 and 78. The Salat Isha, the night and the evening prayer. Surah 24 and 58. You know I'm telling the truth. I'm a Moor. Go to these ayats, which are verses and signs, and you will not see any specific way of performing these salats. Go study. Notice that carefully. There is no mention of how to make a rakat, which is a ritualized ruku. In fact, the word rakat is only speaking of a ruku, not a qiyam, not a sajdah, not a jalsa. So think about this, nobles. The following 3 salats, which are not mentioned in the Quran by their names as a salat in Arabic, are Sal Dura or Salat D-H-U-R, Salat A-S-R, Salat Maghrib. And Maghrib does not mean sunset, it means west. Stay in context. Salat Maghrib. Maghrib does not mean sunset, it means west. These is facts. You can't arbitrarily explain something. Others argue words like D-H-U-R and Asar and Maghrib are used in the Quran, but not as a term defining a salat. The word noon is used, but not as a salat time or as a salat al-dura, but rather than as a time of privacy, of rest, a time. Read Surah 24 and 58, because that was the slave to go out and do all that. This was your time to rest. If you a master, you got to understand what I'm saying. Everybody know that's a God, man. Like he's telling you the truth. That time for your rest and meditation and contemplation. The rest of that time was for the slave to go do the praying and do all that. Salat Dura is a time of rest. Salat D-H-U-R is a time of rest. And that is, think about this for a second. And now read these ayats and see how they are spoken of. And I want you to pay careful attention. Ayat 17 and 78. Read it. Establish regular prayer at the sun's decline till the darkness of the night, and the morning prayer and the reading, for the prayer and the reading in the morning carry their testimony. If someone try to read in Arabic, you should know how to translate it. Establish worship at the going down of the sun until the dark of night, and the recital of the Quran at dawn. Lo, the recital of the Quran at dawn is ever witness. Prayer from the beginning of the sun till the darkness of the night, and the morning recitation. Surely the morning recitation is witnessed. Perform the Salat al-Salat to descending of the sun, the al-Shamshi, to the darkness of the night, the al-Lali, and the Quran in the morning, the al-Fagri. Verily, Quran in the morning will be that which is witnessed. Mashwadan. They know I'm right. They can't do it. The word duluk means to rub. The word D-U-L-U-K means to rub. The word duluk, D-U-L-U-K, means to rub. Look at this stuff, what I'm saying. And represent when the sun is rubbing the horizon of the sunset. You can't deny what I'm saying. Notice it only tells you to perform, which some translate as establish the Salat at the descending of the sun. This is late afternoon, after the sun was at its highest, and is headed to the sunset and the darkness of the night. This will also be considered the wusta, aka the middle, when you are standing kuma. Come on. While the morning is used here primarily for what? The reading the Quran. That's why I say I do the same thing every day. You can't deny what I'm saying. Guard strictly your habit of prayer, especially the middle prayer, and stand. It didn't say kneel, and stand before Allah in a devout frame of mind. And stand before Allah in a devout frame of mind. Who told you to prostrate? Who told you to get on your knees? Not me. I don't have a problem with you doing it, but that's for the slave. Can't be mad at me. That's how I know Moors ain't read. And we'll challenge our own brothers with falseness and call somebody a false mason. We are the Masons. Be guardians of your prayers and of the mind and of the mindset and of the midmost prayer, and stand up with devotion to Allah. Attend consistently to prayer and to the middle prayer, and stand up truly obedient to Allah, and stand up truly obedient, protect, hafdu, over the salat, the al-salat, and the salat, al-salat of the middle, the al-wusta, and stand toward, before, facing Allah, without speaking. Here we see the salat is done what, Moors? Standing. And if you will remember the above statement that I just gave, it mentions other forms of positions of praise when you look at different forms of tradition of Islam. Praise, respect, such as sajda, prostrating or prostrating, and ruku, bowing. But here it specifically notes that the al-salat is standing before Allah. So when the more talk about they doing their salat, well, the al-salat is standing before Allah in silence. You can't deny what I'm saying. Think on this in your holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple, chapter 11, when speaking of the Elohim. See, I deal with science. I ain't putting my faith in man. I deal with the teachings. Please, O ye who believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and the children among you who have not come of age ask your permission before they come to your presence on 3 occasions, before morning prayer, the while ye doff your clothes for the noonday heat, and after the late night prayer. These are your 3 times of undress. Outside those times it is not wrong for you or for them to move about attending to each other. Thus does Allah make clear the signs to you, for Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom. O ye who believe, let your slaves and those of you who have not come to puberty ask leave of you at 3 times before they come into your presence, before the prayer of dawn, and when ye lay aside your remnant for the heat of noon, and after the prayer of night, 3 times of privacy for you. 3 times of privacy for you. It is no sin for them or for you. At other times, when I say I don't have a problem with you doing that, I don't, but I'm a Moor. I do things the Moorish way. When some of you go around attending upon others, if they come into your presence without leave, thus Allah makes clear the revelations for you. Allah is knower. Allah is wise. O you who believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and those of who have not attended to puberty. Think about that. So we have mentioned above 2 salats, the morning salat and the evening salat, the salati al-farj and the salati al-asha. And this is the only one that actually mentions a morning salat and an actual evening salat. Come on, man. I'm clearing up the teachings. Somebody just sent me this, and these Moors, I think it's Canaan Moors, and another Moor is on there arguing with the brother, talk about Noble Drew Ali practiced this and this and that and the other, and called that brother a fake Mason. I'm like, the European is the fake Mason, the Negro is the fake Mason. But what the plight that the Sheikh did, he said, no, I ain't read the Quran. So you limited. You limited when you say, if you listen to a person in the mouth, the Sheikh said, no, I ain't read the Quran. I only read the Moorish Quran. You are limited. You can't have no discussion about nothing with me, and you ain't even read nothing. What are you basing it on? A compilation book? The Moorish Quran is nothing but a gathered and compiled compilation book of the Rosicrucian Manual, the Unto Thee I Grant, the Quarian Gospels, which is the 18 missing years of the life of Jesus, and the Bible and other manuscripts. These is facts. These is facts. And then how can you call a person a fake Mason, and our Moorish Quran is based off the Rosicrucian Manual? And I asked Moors, have you read the Rosicrucian, the Unto Thee I Grant? Moors don't even have nothing. I'm like, y'all lost. You arguing with yourself, and you looking stupid when we make these videos because you it's only a little bit. You be looking stupid. Moors be looking stupid. I just broke this stuff down with law, with facts, with history, with the Quran, the K and the Q. And for any more to say I don't study this, all I read is the Moorish Quran, you limited. The Moorish Quran is a compilation. Unto Thee I Grant, the Bible, Rosicrucian manuals. You limited. And to say, and for both of these brothers was wrong. The guest calling that brother a fake Mason, you wrong. Because it's our science. That's number one. You can't be a fake Mason if you understand the signs and symbols and the craft. And then the Sheikh is wrong for saying, I ain't read no Quran. My prophet made a book, and the Bible is and the Moorish Quran is a compilation. You limited. You limited. Limited, and people know it. I just broke down all this stuff in the books that they love. I ain't even went until our own teachers. How can a person say they know something valid and you don't study what people say that they study and they believe in? Only the doubt can do that. What? Use the books that you say you believe in and illuminate them. I'm not here to destroy. I'm here to fulfill. The only people that don't like it is the ones that look like me, because we hate our own self. That's mental slavery. If the European is the son of a Muslim, who the dad? I wear this fence freely. And then you got some Quranists, however, believe that there are only two salats, the dawn and the dusk, including the times of night closed to these two periods. And this is based on there being no specific reference to a noon or afternoon prayer in the Quran. When I talk about traditions and when I talk about what's written, what's law. I just showed y'all the salat that I'm talking about is done standing up, not prostrating. The al-salat. These is facts. Different Quranists is a name given to the Muslims that only follow the Quran, not the books called the Hadith of Muhammad, and not the books called the Sunnah of Muhammad. Both of those being put together by men after Muhammad had long been gone. Always remember that what is being called Sunnah of Muhammad is really a collection of things taken out of the Hadith. There is no real separate book written by no damn Muhammad called the Sunnah. The Muslims of the East took different things about Muhammad's life out of the Hadith and called it his Sunnah, traditions, customs, way of life. Because if you read the Hadith, the Bukhari Hadith, anybody that think they some Muslim, you crazy, because the Bukhari Hadith call you a raisin head. And then they was all Muhammad slaves. I'm telling you the truth. So when you start dissing different religions and things, you definitely limited, because you don't know the triple rules of the adapt chamber, the 3 religious rights. You definitely is tripping when you dissing anything. These is facts. There is only the Hadith and the Quran, the Al-Quran, the Al-Dinya. And the Quran is the best of the Hadith. In fact, for us as Moors that study everything, the true Hadith, the oral statements that matter, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't follow mere ideas of men like different branches of Islam. That is what's happening today. And most Muslims in the East, and let me also say this too, Moors, the FIQH, it's not about intellectually understanding the laws of Islam. It's about intellectually understanding the laws of Islam. It's not the laws in the Quran. They keep trying to get away from that fact. But all the laws of Islam, Moors, are found in the Quran, the Holy Quran of Mecca, the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. How can you say you a Moor and say, all I read is my book that our prophet made? That's a compilation. You ain't read the books, you limited. And for you to tell people that right then, if a person say, oh, I ain't read the Quran, why would I read that shit? That's a clown. You limited. No way you can be a scholar if you ain't read that. No way. You don't know nothing I'm saying because I can go way over your head. And we know this. The other sources all received their knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Islam from the Quran, the Holy Quran of Mecca, the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the complete Quran. So stop letting them tell you about Islam or laws of Islam outside of the Quran. The Holy Quran of Mecca, the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No way, no more, no sheik should say, oh, I don't study the Quran. You a fool. Because Islam, the true Islam, we study. Academia. And the Quran and the Bible is synchronized. A person that tell you, all you got to do is listen. So if a person that tell you that, oh, I ain't read that, just like, oh, if a person, I ain't read no Bible, all I read is the Moorish Quran. So you ain't read no scholarship. You're not a scholar. You're not an adept. You're a religious person. And you biased. Not that the religion did not begin before that, Moors, but we will not really be able to recognize what is Islam and what is not without a guide used to measure. Everything you got to have a guide used to measure. How you going to base something on truth if you ain't measured on something? Truth from falsehood, right from so-called wrong. It's only two things, right and wrong, truth and falsehood. You got to be able to decipher truth from error. And this is why we were given a Quran, the Holy Quran of Mecca and the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America in the first place. So we can use it for what? That purpose. See? I told y'all, man, Moors don't want to study. All you got to do is look at them, what they do. They use the internet, Google University. Take the internet from them. Them brothers don't study. Them brothers don't research. Take the damn internet where you got, and they done. They can't go to no other house. I don't need no internet, no nothing. Why? Because I've written the literature. I studied the literature. That's why. And I can speak from scholarship and go in any house. That's why. That's why I can speak like this. The S-H-A-R-I-A-H, the Sarah, is not found in the Quran. I don't care which one, the K or the Q. Hadith is not found in the Quran. Sunnah is not found in the Quran. ETC, unless it is the Sarah, the Hadith, and the Sunnah of Allah himself. That's the only thing Muslims are worried about. Now notice, when I spoke earlier, the al-Salat, the al-Wusta, the word Wusta is not a time of day. Like the F-A-J-R means morning, and the A-A-I-S-H-A, the Asha, means evening. Why not call it the Salat al-Noon, the D-H-U-R? See how we correct these teachings? And the al-Salat, the al-Wusta, is the only one that has a position mentioned with it. What? Standing. Kumu. Q-U-W-M-U. Standing, not on your knees. It should also not be surprising, Moors, that this is the only one called the al-Salat, meaning it is the only one seen as a what? Institution, while the other two are simply called Salat, not al-Salat. Words mean things. Thus, it is just worship, meaning worship in the morning and worship in the evening, not a specific morning worship and a specific evening worship. And if you really want to be honest, it says, let your servant go worship while you use that time for yourself, away from them. But if this was about Muslims, all Muslims worship together, don't they? Come on, man. I'll tell you why they separate you. We listening to some European, some al-Islam, some people that's from Bolivia and Russia that done painted their beards and want to come learn your language. Can't be mad at me when these brothers talk about you. We can destroy that because I know you ain't read nothing. I'm not religious. I don't diss nothing, but I damn sure ain't religious. And it isn't strange to you that out of 144 chapters and all of the thousands of verses, only 3 verses mentions something about a salat at all, but you're supposed to be doing this 5 times a day, every day for the rest of your lives. You're supposed to perform certain acts that you can't even find in the Quran. If that was so important, don't you think it would be there? Wouldn't it be all over the Quran? If I wanted to make importance over something, and you can see that I have been saying this all the time. We perform Salah every Friday evening, night. the Asha, the Asha, at the holy day meetings, at every Sunday school, noon, wusta, when we stand in Salah before Allah. If you sit before Allah, and we do our Moorish American prayer and the worship we do at every Friday meeting in Sunday school, should be done every day. Like one is at Sunday school and Friday service every day. You are a Muslim every day, not only on Friday and Sunday. Thus, you shouldn't only be performing Salat or Salat on Friday and Sunday, but every day that you are a Muslim, you should perform your Salatu al-Farj, your Salatu al-Wusta, your Salat al-Asha. Worship your Father Allah when you wake up in the morning. Sometime from sunrise to noon, in the middle, sometime between noon to sunset of the day, and in the evening, in the night, sometime after the sunset, before you go to bed, you are supposed to stand before Allah's face. You're supposed to stand before Allah's face in everything you think, say, and do. And this is called the Ashan, or the Ashan, the I-H-S-A-N, or the A-H-S-E-N, the very best action. The very best action, Moors. So, it's not that I'm saying that's wrong. What I'm telling you, the noon, the zura, the asar before sunset, the maghrib, the sunset, the come on, man. I keep telling people, the Bible and the Quran synchronized. We have a confusion on monotheism. We did this already. We synchronized the teachings over and over and over. It shouldn't be no confusion. Are not all seen found in the Quran, and yet, if you will notice, in Al-Islam, they keep you focused on prayer more than anything else. But 99% of what they have you performing cannot be found in the Holy Quran of Mecca. Period. You know? I agree with people 100% because I'm a scientist. I can agree on things. The rakat, as it exists today, came from the Hebrews that lived in the Muslim communities. It is practice called Sha'in or Shamain, S-H-A-M-A-E, which literally means to be heard, meaning to be heard by God. And they basically do all of the same positions seen in the rakat. But even with the so-called Hebrews or the Eber or the Heber or the Igbo or the Igbo, it is customary, it is a tradition, and a Hebrew is only to do it when they feel it is necessary or at specific special occasions. It's not something you do all day, every day. As a matter of fact, Moors, if you pay attention, the Hebrews, the Ebers, or those who follow them like the Jews, all pray standing up in their regular everyday worship. Research it. When I show you Winworth Matthews, the Moorish Zionist Temple of the Jews, you see him with the fez on, you see him with the Jewish stole. Come on, man. But they won't tell you all of this because it's the method of control. That's what all of these Moors do when they say they here to teach. No, you have a motive because you're not teaching right. And to tell the Moor, why would I read the Al-Islam Quran and Noble Drali? The Moorish Quran is just a compilation of holy books. You need to read the holy books to understand the compilation. If not, you lost. And then you don't never see these people teaching all of study guides that go with the Quran to be manufactured. We teach this in our doubt training. That's how you know these Moors tripping. Performing these practices, all kinds of things that have no benefit, no betterment for the performer or the practitioner. These things do not make you faster, smarter, stronger, richer. They don't make you more sincere, and they don't make Allah love you more. It's all for our show. Even the Sha'im, the Hebrews, is usually performed in private, not in public, around a bunch of people. Come on, man. The closest place to find Allah is in your heart. So in the most secular form, the word Salat can be seen as a set of jobs given to a servant by his master that must be performed every day. And this connection or following behind is where the word ritual from right originates. And if you know what's right means, if you know what right means, anyway, it should not be strange to anyone that if we do our salat, our dua, etc., according to the Holy Quran, the Quran of Mecca, that we won't be doing 99% of the things they have people doing in the Sunni, in the Shiite, and the Sufi sects of Islam. They will not like me saying that, but they will not be able to prove what I am saying wrong. No religious Muslim can prove what I'm saying is wrong. None. I'm a more to the core. And then when we talk about the supreme lessons of Fire Muhammad, when they talk about the square roots of the earth and all this, all that math is wrong. All damn near 99% of that math is wrong. And I ask brothers that's religious, they just take things and recite it. I said, you haven't read nothing. Because as a professor, as a scholar of all history, you have to read everything and understand the language, the etymon, what it meant then, what it meant in different language, and correct it. And no Moorish, they take that supreme lessons of Far Muhammad to the lost Muslim of North America, whatever, and they'll just read it, and take it for factual. But I said, have you ever measured all of that math? No Moorish measure that math. You want to be correct. So if you don't know how to do the work, that's like if your professor say, okay, I give you this formula, and you just give it the answer. How did you get the answer? Oh, this is right because it's in the book. Just because it's in the book, it's not right. Let's measure it. Let's measure it with something, because it should be universal. And you will see what I'm saying. That shit ain't universal. You can't be mad at me. You can't be mad. Don't, if your son is studying with me and they got to take a test and they go take the test and get all the shit wrong, and then you say, "But he taught you right." No, he didn't. The answer's wrong, and you're gonna try to make something up, and all that math is wrong. They'll let a Negro and a religious person believe anything. They let you believe that Willie Lynch was real. They let you believe that Alex Haley came up, that his ancestors was roots, and that shit fake. That come from a European, Harold Colander. All the stuff be fake what Negroes be doing. I'm about to finish. I'm almost done. And so the last part of the video, when I tell brothers, we lost. And I'm doing this bill because I'm responding to what somebody sent me. I don't follow nobody on social media. I have a brotherhood. Some of my brotherhood is on here. But somebody sent me that today, and he was like, look at these Moors arguing. He was like, look at this Moor, this sheik, and it said Counterland Moors. And he sent me that today. And he was like, look at this other brother. He got a bail on there calling the brother a fake Muslim. He was like, look at what's happening. He said, look at these goofy Negroes. He said, Sheik, I see why you don't deal with nobody. He said, these Negroes crazy. The Sheik said he don't read nothing but the Moorish Quran. He don't read the Islam Quran. The other brother called this brother a fake Mason. Huh? I'm about to clear something up real fast, and I'm out of here. That's how I know Moors ain't read. Who is Noble Drew Ali? Our prophet. Who sent him? Allah. Why was Noble Drew Ali sent to earth? To save the Moorish Americans from the iron hand oppression of the pale-skinned Christian European nations and its United States government, who were governing a portion of the North American at that time. What is Noble Drew Ali's nationality and race? Moorish American. What is his race? Asiatic. What is the nationality and race? Moorish American and Asiatic. Why? We are ascendants of the ancient Moabites, Moroccans, born in the northwest hemisphere of the great Moorish Empire, known today by the Moorish Latin word name of America. Why must we publicly proclaim our nationality and wear our fez? I just tell you, when you get a troll or European, like last week, this goofy European jumped on my page, his avatar say freak, and he said, why wear the fez? Why wear the fez? And this European Albion Trilodite got the fez on. I'm a Moor. I just told you why. If you ain't a Moor, don't question me, if I ain't questioning you. But you know this is real. Why must we publicly proclaim our nationality? To honor the bloodline of our forefathers and to be in accordance with the ancient and divine creed and principles of the same, by worshiping under our own vine and fig tree. By worshiping under our own vine and fig tree. What does question 7 speak to? The principle and issue of national allegiance, laws of the family fidelity. Are there any other reasons why you must publicly proclaim your nationality? Yes, that we may be properly identified amongst the family of the nations. What is meant by publicly? Answer, openly, for government record. The world governments may know the truth of who we are. Who made it possible or opened up the way for Asiatics and of America to publicly proclaim themselves as Moorish Americans? Answer, Allah and the divine being of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. A Moorish American national allegiance to whom? To whom? Answer, Allah, their Moorish family, the Prophet land, and national flag. customs, usage, languages. That's the ish of a Moor. Does this in any way deal with the issues of judicature or jurisdiction? Answer, undeniably, unmistakably, and unequivocally, yes. In truth, how is nationality defined? Answer, divinely and simply by blood and nature and name. How does the U.S. government and most of the world define nationality? Answer, by commercial and political geography. Why is this done? Answer, to conceal their true national identity, better enabling their continual political attempts to conceal yours. 2, to further maintain a debt peonage, peonage system in perpetuity, with all allegiance to their Federal Reserve foreign principle. How else does this divine and earthly matter of nationality concerning Moorish Americans in foreign entitlement deal with judicature? Let me get some water. I got my other thing up because I got my other phone up, and the Moors in my city of Flint, Michigan, like, Sheik, you need to stop. No, I'm gonna keep teaching people. Like, stop teaching people on YouTube. And the person I always try to tell you, he's like, because you shouldn't have to ask for donations. I do what I love. I'm a teacher. I'm gonna be gone real soon, and nobody can say what I'm saying is wrong. We got the right to do this. We got the right to be a tribe. I'm trying to bring people to a tribe. We don't have to have nothing. If you want something from somebody, that means you a slave. Answer. Another question. What made the Moorish legation, ministry, temple do in such matters? It may, as a lawful charter governmental Moorish sovereign body. That's what the Burning Bush Tabernacle is, with complete and absolute truth bearing interest in the Moorish nation and the Moorish American national being detained, emerged, of whose allegiance is to that sovereign body and their nation, claim third-party custody of that Moorish American in a third-party claim, proceeding thus representing Moorish Americans in foreign affairs. When people under my auspices, they adapt it under what? The teachings. I'm telling you, don't you know this world is based on the religious rights? But we don't know it. But you don't want to be a part of that. You say you pray to your ancestors. Yep. That means you a rogue. This is for purposes of what? Answer. Produce corpus, inaccurately named or misnomer habeas corpus. I hope Moors know what I'm talking about. What does produce corpus and habeas corpus mean? Answer. The first is produce the body. The second is you have the body. Why is the phrase habeas corpus inaccurate? Answer. Because it's both a blanket and incomplete statement. Also, the verb have with the personal singular, as, Moorish, Latin, ending in habeas, means you have, and is in the indicative active mode. The phrase by itself, habeas corpus, is supposed to imply a complete statement, but does not. Nobody can disagree with what I'm saying. Fact check me and see. Negroes don't even fact check nothing. You just on the internet following stuff. Fact check these clowns. Why is the phrase produce corpus the accurate phrase? Answer. It, unlike the first, is complete because the word produce is of the imperative mood and is therefore an order which most anyone can comprehend when giving or taking an order, as opposed to the above incomplete statement. You have the body, and if someone said to you, you have the body, your response would be, you have the body of what? How is nationality further denied? Answer. It is a state of quality of a people. Yep. What do you say? I had a top hat. Calm down. We Asiatics. Yep. Whatever. That's right. Of a people living in a governed territory and bound together by a common language, common tradition, history, customs, government, common religion, possessions, a greater sense of common interest and interrelation that exists between them and other people. When we talk about the graduation hat, the feds, all this, we don't understand none of the degrees, none of the 360 degrees, because we're not scholars. We don't understand none of that. But then all you got to do is go read Carter G. Woodson. Based on the definition of nationality in question 14 and 23, are Moorish Americans and Christian European U.S. persons of common blood and name? No. In truth, are they of common territory? No. Why? They, the Christian Europeans, no disrespect, received a mandate from a charter to conduct business. You know? Hey man, I'll block whoever. It's my page. I block anybody. It's my page. It's my page. That's why I don't care. I'll block anybody. It's my page. Why should a person care if somebody block? You say, I'm in Arizona as well. No, but how can we build? Because someone from your temple approached it, made me feel a bit uncomfortable. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Who from? How you know who from my temple? That's what I tell people. If a person ain't spoke to me, how do you know if a person from my temple? I'm in Arizona as well, Noble. How can we build? Because someone from your temple approached me, I guess. It made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Who from my temple? And who approached? If you in Arizona, there ain't nobody in Arizona from my temple. Period. There ain't nobody in Arizona that's from my temple. No one in Arizona. So if somebody approached you in Arizona, they lied. Period. And if they from my temple, they have the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School on. They might have started with us, but they ain't with us right now. And if a person know me, they can hit me up. All I got to do is ask, and I clearly tell you, no, they ain't no member. No, I don't know who no Ferguson Bay is. No, I don't know who no Ferguson Bay is. Period. That's why I told people, if they come to class, my members on here, when you see the seal on their logo, that'll tell you, I don't know who no damn Ferguson Bay is. Point blank. That's what I be saying. People that say they know you, they lying for credit. If they was part of me, you would see them with me. You would see them at our meet and greet. We were just at our meet and greet in Vegas. Did you see some Ferguson Bay? Go on my Temple and School page on Instagram, burningbushtabernacle.ts. Go on my Instagram page, Ivan Hakeem L. Bay, and see, do you see some Ferguson Bay? And we'll let somebody say that on parties. That's bullshit. And that's what we do. We don't do no research. And then we'll diss the body because somebody said them. They just shut your light out. And the person say somebody from your school, and you got access to me. See? And see, this is what a person say, you seem agitated. This is what I be saying about Negroes when we talk. That's not European stuff. When we talk from passion, a person say you seem agitated. That's a sucker response. That's a sucker response. When they say, how am I agitated? I'm building. I don't give a damn. But that's the response when a person saying something they don't like. A person say, you seem agitated. That's the craziest thing. And that's why I block people. Because we speaking. I'm a professor. I don't know you. You don't know me. But that be our only thing to defense. When a person is saying something, you seem agitated. That's sad. So I'm going to block this clown. I'm going to block that clown. That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what I do. See? That's what I tell. This what I tell people. We men, how can you, if we was in a lockup or something, most of these men would be punks. Or you seem agitated. I ain't agitated. We speaking with passion. You've been miseducated all the time, and then here go a man say you seem agitated. Agitated for what? That's what I'll be saying. We lost. And these be weak men to talk all that stuff. I don't even know you, and on Instagram, you talk about agitated. This is what I be saying about Moors. But I ain't gonna accept that trash for no chump. Talk about something agitated. That's stupid. So let me finish with this, man, before we can get out of here. What was the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali's mission? To save as many Asiatic people during the period of grace. What did grace period start? 1913 CE. When did it end? 2001 CE. How did our prophet travel? By the compass and the square. The same way you travel, the same way I travel. You know? That's how. Explain. He used the compass to keep all the kind of desire under control. Picked up the square to straighten out all the crooked places of fallen humanity, to make the corners of our conduct square. This in your Moorish Quran, chapter 5, your workman tools in your toolbox. How did our holy prophet once travel? Through the Masonic order until he became a noble. Then he entered Islam. Who represented Islam in the West since 1912 CE? You know, what he say? C-Mac said his daddy raised his voice at him. Now he mad. We don't need that. Did our holy prophet Noble Drew Ali enter the shrine? Yes, he did enter Islam that way. The same way I did. Does this mean Moorish Americans should seek to become Masons and Shriners? No. Does this mean Moorish Americans should seek to become Masons and Shriners? No. There is no longer any need for this because the prophet gave you 32 degrees and 33 degrees in your divine instruction, number 2. When we place the tarba and the mithra, which is the turban, on your captu, which is your crown, and gave you the science. Who amongst is the highest of Rome to enter al-Islam by practice? European Negro Masons. At what degree? Only 32 degrees. What is the secret password? Assalamu alaikum. And what occurs then? A Mason bows on his knees to Islam, proclaims that Allah is God, becoming a practicing Muslim. The last thing that a Mason knows, the first thing I teach you in this science. Why are Shriners considered the joke of Masonry? Because they left Christianity to practice their religion other than that of their forefathers' religion, while still living in a Christian country. What exactly is al-Islam religion that Masons practice and proclaim? The names, issues, and practices of Arabian mixed with a select version of the faith of the Qurayshite, the Moor Muhammad. Is the Arabian al-Islam our religion? No. What is our religion? Islamism. What is Islamism? Is it the religion of our forefathers? Can I be more specific by explaining how it's different from al-Islam? And I did all this stuff on a college campus with Europeans, and nobody said nothing. And here it is, you get a brother to say something real stupid. Nah, I'll teach later. I don't have time for that. I'll teach that later. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here just to answer questions. If a person want to be a student, come learn. Give homage. We give homage to anything else. If we want to learn, come learn, and I'll give you the research. Can you be more specific by explaining how different from al-Islam? Of course. Islamism is the universal law in harmony with self, resorting in peace, the science and study of self-mastery, that Allah and man are one. Al-Islam being the Arabic for peace, which was performed by Muhammad into the course in Arabic, and has since, unlike Islamism that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought the Moorish Americans, been viewed by the world much like catechism. In that the premise is to serve a God which exists outside of man himself. Al-Islam ain't nothing but catechism. Can't be mad at me. Study the Zohar, study the Kabbalah, and then come back to me and let's do a cipher. You'll be like, you 100% valid. I know. What is another term for al-Islam? Answer, Islamism, old-time religion, the ancient Egyptian mystery system, Comeditan law, not Hermetic. Meaning what? Tup ip secure, T-U-I-P-S-E-S-C-I-R-E, which means in English, know thyself. I'm almost done. You say what, Mom? Oh, my mom in there in the garage building, painting and stuff. Can a Moorish American be a Mason also? No, not a true and faithful Moorish American. Can you expound further on the science of the Shriner being labeled the joke of Masonry? Of course. And I ain't even jumped in the exhument of the nation. The exhument of the nation, when I get into Masonry and Illuminati, you know what I'm saying, because this is ours. Moors ain't reading and studying. I got the exhument of the nation available for you on my pdfbooks.com, books with the Z, for only $75. On Amazon, it's $250. You can download the book and go buy it off of Master Staples, or download it on your tablet, and then come sit down and build with me. And you're gonna be like, you 100% valid. These Moors lying. This takes us into the history of the Moorish, M-O-O-R-I-S, or the Moorish, M-O-O-R-I-S-H dance. What is the Moorish dance? A dance borrowed from the Moors, or the Moor, accurately an imitation of our dance. Who adopted or borrowed the dance? Many groups of people throughout Europe extending to the so-called Middle East. Do any of these groups understand the science of the Moorish dance and its pure form? Some do. So I just wanted to make statements on a couple things. Let me deal with this last one real quick. I deal with this last building. I'm out of here. What form of Islam do Moorish Americans adhere to? Sufism, or Sufi. What is the Sufi teachings? Islamism, that man and Allah are one. How is this proven? By our Holy Quran. What surah and verse? Answer, Surah 2, verse 31 and 34. Who built the holy city of Mecca? Moabites. Where is the true holy city of Mecca? Answer, on the land of the ancient Moorish, Moabites and Canaanites. On what landmass is the holy city of Mecca? In North America, 42nd parallel. Mecca is where your prophet is. How do we know this to be true? Because I just gave you the question. 115, where is the holy true city of Mecca? Also, reread your Holy Quran, Circle 7. Reread it. What other evidence do I have? We must consider who and by what names throughout the Moorish astrological account, who the ancient Canaanites were. Watch this. What are some of those names? Phoenicium, P-O-E-N-I-C-I-U-M. Phoenicium, 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 Phoenicium. Phoenicium. What does Phoenicia mean? Answer. Carthaginian. Phoenician. What period was this? Between 800 and 146 BC. Where? The ancient Moorish kingdom of Carthage. What is the modern name of this kingdom? Tunis. What documented evidence can you refer to show that the Carthaginian, aka Canaanite, aka America, Mecca connection by deed? What deed? The deed of the ancient Canaanite, the Carthaginian Suphite, Hanobe, third generation of the Empress Elizabeth, daughter of King Mutin I, and great-grandfather of Guadalam, Morisani general, Hannibal, or Hannibal, is an ancient document by Express. The proclamation inscribed on the Bourne Stone. Research what the Bourne Stone is. Found at Kamoskaskanak, Cape Cod Bay, New England, Massachusetts. The document is in the Bourne Historical Society. What does the deed, the proclamation, describe in terms of metes and bounds? The possessions and annexions of the Americas to the Iberian Peninsula, just like I built yesterday when I was showing you in the Negro questionnaire, when who is all the figures in Christianity. I showed y'all that in class yesterday in Sunday school. I showed y'all that in class in Sunday school. It's you. Carnage, Tunis, Marrakesh, Nubabia, Utica, being those same possessions of Northeast, Southwest Africa, including North, Central, and South America, Mexico, and the Atlantis Islands. One of our holy books that's unavailable now is Atlantis of the Latter Days. We're getting ready to have that available. And then when you see that, I tell y'all, a lot of y'all science is mixed up in European and Negro Freemasonry because they talk about the Osiris mysteries, period. Where else is this documented? And is there any certified, tangible evidence, legal documents of our title to the American lands? Yes, the Moorish American Society of Comprehensive Science, National Legation, Department of State Bureau of Administration, and Library of Congress. I said it, Library of Congress. Everything I say can be researched. Evidence by proclamation and sovereign trust for Moorish Americans, so written in the pages of the consecrated talisman, recorded as a legal document in the Library of Congress as certified registration, capital TXU-123-633, and control catalog number 71-330-6977. The Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, at recordation COP 04-00062, control number 476030 and 3. The Department of State Bureau Administration at BP 232. You know, the Great Geodetic Survey, the Book of Blood and Deeds. I have them available. No one can deny what I'm saying. By legal definition, what is a document? An instrument on which is recorded by means of letters, fingers, or marks, the original, official, or legal form of something which may be eventually used. That's why I say we defend the Constitution. We're not here to destroy it. I'm defending the Constitution. Everything that I speak on, being a Moor, annexing my El or Bay, Declaration of Human Rights, the religious rights of indigenous people, SF 181 form, that's defending the Constitution. Can I expound on this? Yes. A document applies to the writings. So what is the Book of Balamont? Balllymote. I have them. You should know this. It's an Arabic and rare manuscript housed in the libraries of the bishops of the Roman Catholic Church, containing priceless information on the ancient Ogam writings. I have those too, the OGAM writings. What is a Ogam or Ogam? It's a groove writing, a cuneiform and a style of writing that generally employs consonants, just like the YHWH. What else can you tell us about the Book of Balamont? This celebrated book was assembled about 800 years ago from a collection of miscellaneous manuscripts that the last manuscript included the codex called the Ogam Tract. It's like you got the Codex Sinaiticus, the Codex, all these codex books, what I have each one, that deals with 70 varieties of ancient Moorish, Moabite, and Canaanite Iberian script. Where else is this rare book housed? The Book of Balamont is housed in the library of the Irish Academy in Dublin, Ireland. Who stumbled upon these ancient Moorish writings of America? Answer, Harvard professor and epigrapher Barry Fell. Barry Fell wrote a book called American BC. I have that too. Everything in the book ain't real, but there's some stuff in there that's real. You know, where did he find explanations about the ancient Moorish, Canaanite, Phoenician, Iberian document of America? in Dublin, Ireland, in the Book of Leinster, housed in the library of the University of Dublin, compiled by a bishop of Kildare named Finn Mac Gorman. All this stuff is in Ireland and England. What did our holy prophet Noble Ali bring us? Love. What is love? That which creates, that which destroys, and that which saves. What is our prophet to us? An angel. What kind? What kind? A cherubim. Who was Moses? The real son of a Pharaoh. What was his nationality? Moorish, Egyptian. What was his crime? Adopting the faith of the Hebrews. What did Moses do? Reject the ideal of gods of Egypt. What event took place? Moses became an outcast amongst his father's house. This is their story. Killed an Egyptian, fled into the land of Moab. What else took place? Moses met a sheik who practiced the faith of Abraham, Lot, Moab, and Ishmael. When you understand the 18 missing years and you talk about Jesus didn't study, he went to all of the Mediterraneans all over and studied. Come on. What does Moses discover? Himself. Who was Aaron to Moses? His prophet. What is the Moorish American Society of Compromise and Science? Principally, it is a foreign ministry, national legation of Balak of a talismanic Moorish kingdom. And I'm going to stop right there because I've been going for an hour. I just want to clear up teachings when people give our science to other people, when they give up masonry or they don't know about what Moorish Salah is. And I told y'all, our own people would be the worst trolls. And I say, you must didn't get love when you was a kid. When you speak from passion, we'll let a European check, we'll let our children be miseducated, told stupid, and all that stuff. And then here it is, a Negro say, you sound mad, you sound agitated. I don't sound agitated. I'm a professor. I can stop this stuff right now and still do what I do and be broadcasted right on the college campus every day. I try to come back and open up scriptures. I have a whole book platform, my PDF books. I have a whole platform where you can get your feds, Moorish American Regalia. I teach privately on Zoom. Our temple and school is on Instagram, burningbushtabernacle.ts. There's no reason to be confused. There's no reason to be confused. My people are lost due to a lack of knowledge because we refuse to learn. The Europeans know what it is. They play with us, but our own people come with that garbage. So I love y'all. Peace, light, and illumination. More power. Any questions, man? Peace and love to everybody. Any questions? That's what I tell people. How do you get connection to me and then a person go and say they part of something? That's why I tell you, that show you people lie. That show you people lie. Here it is a person said they in Arizona. I live in Arizona. I've been in Arizona. I'm a pillar in Arizona. And this brother and a person say they one of my members? How? So a person a lie. You can jump on this person's page and say, man, go back and say you a lie. Here it is. I was on the sheik page. He don't even know you. So why would somebody want to say they're a part of something? And it's so easy to prove a person is a liar. If you a lie about your affiliation, what else would you lie about? Think about this. I couldn't trust nothing nobody else saying if I go around and promulgate that I'm a part of something. So if that person lying and if the other person not telling the truth, then I say two people are lying. And that's why I say we are untrustworthy. That's why I say about us, we will lie to try to prove a narrative. If you part of something, why you don't introduce that person to the sheik? None of my students should be trying to teach nobody, and you got a guide. Here it is, you part of a dojo, and I'm the master teacher, and you out in the world trying to teach somebody something. What you gonna teach them? You should be bringing them to the dojo. You should be saying, hey man, I'm limited, I'm learning. Hey, you want to learn? I'm gonna introduce you to my sheik. That's what all my members do. Some of my members are on here. See? So, but let me go back to what it said. Let me go back to what the statement was said. Because this is what the statement said. I got to be correct. Islam Noble, well, I'm still interested in joining your temple. I'm always trying. Well, let me go back to what the statement was said. Here we go. I'm in Arizona as well. Noble, how can we build? Because someone from your temple approached it and made me feel a bit uncomfortable. So then I asked, who was the person? And you said, and you said, who was the first? And you said, do I know Ferguson Bay? So approach, I'm just building. You said you was from Arizona. The only way I feel that you said a person approached you was in Arizona. So that's what why I'm building from the information that I had. Ferguson Bay, you say you in Arizona. I live in Arizona. So when I say somebody approach me, I'm gonna be specific, man. I live in Arizona. This more say he part of Burning Bush Tabernacle. Where you from? In Arizona. I'm in Arizona. I pop up on a person anywhere. I do this shit all day. I pop up all day. I teach at GCU. I taught at Estrella Community College. I teach history. So I have to be manufactured when I speak, or they wouldn't allow me to teach on the college campus. I have to speak from love and truth because I'm a guide. So when someone says something, I have to use the information, and I only can speak on the information that was given to me. That's like if I'm defending you in the court of law, I must defend you with your best interest. So I will hope you give me all the information to defend you. If a person try to spring something on me after the fact, I'm dropping the case. And that's all I'll be saying. That's like, we have to get back to dealing with honesty. Here it is, a Ferguson Bay ain't part of my temple. And if he say he was, and the person know me, all the person got to do is ask and say, hey, do you know Ferguson Bay? No. People just saw our meet and greet. You ain't seen no Ferguson Bay. So this person is a liar. One, they saying they're a part of something, they rub you the wrong way because they lying. I wouldn't even trust them or nothing they saying. So anybody they dealing with, you can be like, man, you a liar. I don't know. I don't know. I'll be all over Arizona, Tucson, Peoria, Avondale, Scottsdale, Litchfield Park, in the hoods, in North Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, where by the VA. I be out everywhere. I feed single moms. So I'm all over Arizona. That's what I be telling Moors. I know a whole bunch of Moors out here. I can tell you Moors that's be lying, that's locked up right now, and get you locked up in 1.2 seconds, and you don't even know. So it's all good. Like I tell people, I don't know Ferguson Bay. Now, did Ferguson Bay come? Could Ferguson Bay have came to my temple in Arizona? Because I had a metaphysical temple in Arizona for years, and I used to let these sorry ass Moors come to my temple. They couldn't even pay their dues. They can't stay nowhere. These people be basing stuff on false stuff. I'm like, here it is, grown Moors that come to your temple and say plasma TVs are made out of blood. Plasma TVs are made out of blood. That's stupid for a grown man to have a fez on his head and come and do a presentation and talk about, yeah, plasma TVs is made out of blood. Man, plasma TVs is made out of coltan. The same thing your cell phone is made of. The same thing your TV is made of. This spookism stuff need to stop. This clown shit need to stop in this movement. Period. With that being said, man, I love y'all. I come from the truth, and the truth will make you free. The truth will make you free. My members on here, do we know a Ferguson Bay, nobles? Is a Ferguson Bay part of our temple? I don't know a Ferguson Bay. Never heard of a Ferguson Bay. So that tell you that person is a lion and a fraud. That's sad. That's sad for a person to say, yeah, I'm part of this, and tell a person that they part of something and rub you the wrong way. Just like this one noble that we were building it with. This guy named James Bay. I'm gonna always be transparent, going out telling people stuff. That Moor in Texas hit me right up, was like, man, I know your sheik. He was like, I know your sheik, hit me up right then. And he was like, sheik, one of your members, James Bay, I said, everything he's telling you is wrong. I apologize. That brother ain't part of me no more. Going out promulgating lies and then get mad when you get corrected. I don't have time for that. I got love for you too, noble. And that's what I be telling people. I said, look what people will do. Fraud. This is calculated. That's like when people make fake pages and things. But this brother say he a Moor. Man, people should be scared of that. That's some mental crazy stuff. You should be telling people to be aware, warn people. That's like signs and symbols. Hey man, this brother is lying. This brother said he don't even know you. His members said they don't even know you. His members. Come on. I love y'all, man. Peace and love.